Okay, now that Jameis Winston's back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he's playing as a starter again for the Atlanta Falcons game coming up, and with the Buccaneers confident to exercise his fifth-year option from his rookie contract, I'm going to tell you why I, amongst other Buccaneers fans, love Jameis Winston. For a guy coming out of Florida State, he's really consistent. We've seen his college stats at FSU when he won the BCS National Championship against Auburn. We saw him as a Heisman Trophy winner, and we saw what he could do against tough competition. Now, that's carried over into the NFL, where he's had one winning season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 4 years that he's been here. True, he's not very careful with turnovers, but when it comes to a play-to-play situation, he tries his damnedest in order to give his team the best shot to win. Plus, he's had really big games. Last year, Week 15 against Atlanta, he threw for almost 300 passing yards and scored 3 touchdowns out of it. I still remember his rookie year when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went up against Philadelphia and won 45 to 17. He threw 5 touchdown passes in that game, tying a rookie record with Josh Freeman, who also scored 5 touchdowns against the Green Bay Packers when he was a rookie. And for everybody to just say that they don't like Jameis Winston because of his inconsistent passing, his pass to turnover ratio, whatever, it just sickens me because Jameis Winston is our franchise, and he's going to be our franchise for another 4 years or so. It's about time we accept that the Ryan Fitzmagic, the Fitzmagic that Ryan Fitzpatrick produced for us in weeks 1 and 2 of the NFL season right now, his luck ran out when he went up against Pittsburgh and threw 3 interceptions. His luck dried out even more against the Chicago Bears, who their defense is really killer right now. Like, really stunning. Like, this is the defense that I wish that we would have had under Mike Smith being a defensive coordinator. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do, right? Build up a big, strong defense. But whatever, I'm not even going to get into that whole thing. If you want to see a Mike Smith video, I'll link the video in the description below. Anyways, getting back to Jameis Winston now. When he's going up against teams like New Orleans, Carolina, and even Atlanta, you can tell he has a passion for football. He wants to give his team the win. Even through injury, he'll try to pump his team up. He'll try to get them motivated in order for them to go out there and play hard. Now, true, we are in a bit of a bind, being third in the NFC South at 2-2. But a win against Atlanta and a win against Cleveland and Cincinnati, as well as with Washington and New York, should put us right back in the NFC race for the playoffs. And I believe Jameis Winston can lead us in all those games to big wins. I believe that Jameis Winston, despite how many turnovers he can muster up, can lead this team back to the playoffs. Especially since his first 2 years he's had 4,000 passing yards. That's big for someone who's coming up from Florida State as a rookie. Won Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2015. He's getting better with his turnover ratio margins. He's getting better at completion percentages. There's a bright future for Jameis Winston in Tampa Bay. And I think in these upcoming games coming up, he'll prove to us that he belongs in Tampa. So it's kind of it's kind of a similar situation with Eli Manning. Everybody wanting to shun him away because the Giants are not doing well this season. Eli Manning's going out there and giving his damnness to try to win football games. And so is Jameis Winston. So, before you start pointing fingers at him and saying that he's the reason why we're losing, you might want to look at the team as a whole and realize that true, while Jameis Winston does merit some of the blame, he does deserve some of the blame. Just remember that there's an entire defense led by an inept defensive coordinator that's also to blame for why we're losing games. Why Pittsburgh put up 30 on us, and why Chicago put up 48 on us 2 weeks ago. So, if Jameis Winston can beat Atlanta on offense alone, then he sure as hell can beat anybody, given that the defense gives him plenty of chances in order to excel as a QB. So, with all things considered, Jameis Winston should stay here for a fifth year, and we should be able to re-sign him after the 2019 season. Because Jameis Winston is becoming an elite quarterback, and some fans just don't know it yet. But the Jabu train is going to be rolling in Atlanta.